Good morning, chat. We have very important business to take care of this morning. Love us. Thanks for the sub. You're awesome. Thank you so much. Let me get my alert box back on. No, not Knock. Knock's, that ship sailed. No new news there. We have very important business to handle, though, this morning. Good morning, Mike. Good morning, Sarah. I did say important. I have lots of important things in my life right now, Andrew. The most important of which is what movie or TV shows I'm going to download on Netflix for my flight to and from Baltimore. That's where I'm at right now. So I have to download whatever I want over here on the good internet because I can't do it at home. So I need recommendations. I'm scrolling through Netflix here, trying to make sure I get the stuff. Watcher sent out an email linking to my review. What did they say? Can you forward it to me? Or just send it to me? Pandemic. What is Pandemic? So I'll tell you what I've downloaded. So let me tell you where I'm at with my TV watching. Witcher. I really want to watch The Witcher, but is that airplane friendly? That's one of my concerns. Witcher would be at the top of my list. But is that going to make me embarrassed on the airplane? So Schitt's Creek is one of my favorite shows, and I'm done with everything on Netflix for Schitt's Creek. So I'm waiting for season 6. You can just paste it in chat or whatever. Hairspray I almost clicked on that. I've downloaded 2 movies so far. I've downloaded the Steve Jobs movie with Fassbender, which I haven't seen. I don't know if that's any good. And I downloaded The Theory of Everything, which is the Stephen Hawking movie. Yeah, I'll definitely have earphones. So, like, Castlevania. I should watch Castlevania, right? As much Warren Ellis as I'm talking. So they have to be available for download. I'm tempted to download The Irishman. I don't know if that's available to download. But yeah, I'm just trying to sort out what I want. Okay, yeah, fair. I thought I was fair. I thought I was fair in my review. Like, one of my challenges is when a product is very good, but it's not for me, is to have a good balance in the review. And that's what I hope I accomplished that there. That's what I was trying. So Lock and Key, I'm holding to watch with Tyler. Lock and Key's at the top of my list. Like, I have all these, like, these are all really good, good ideas, and I have like a story for all of them. So Lock and Key is probably number 1 on my list, but I promised Tyler I would watch that with him. So I think the one show that I'm realizing I've never seen that I think would be good for me, that I would enjoy, is Weeds. So I think I'll probably do like the first season of Weeds and see if I like it. I'm sure I will like it, but that's just one that passed me by. That was like on HBO or something when it came out, or Showtime, and I never watched it. Peaky Blinders, I'm finishing with my wife, so I can't download that. So we got last couple shows of season 4, then season 5 to go, but I can't do that. So no Lock and Key, no Peaky Blinders, no Schitt's Creek because I'm done. So yeah, I'm thinking maybe Weeds. That's coming up in my list. What else? Yeah, and Witcher would be. I should probably just go ahead and. Can Witcher be downloaded? Let's see. The Netflix navigation is not my favorite. So is this fun this morning? I promise I'll be done in a second. Let's see. The Witcher I cannot. Oh, The Witcher I can download. Crap. Pandemic would be good. See, I'd like something like Pandemic, but yeah, that might not be a good. I never did watch BoJack Horseman. That's on the list too. Like, I should download that. So let me download like the first 3 episodes of Witcher. Let's make it 4 for a flight there and flight back. Hell, let's make it 5 in case I really get into it. All right, so we got that. Let me go to BoJack before I forget. I never watched any of those, but I know I would like it, so let's do that. It ended, right? Like, it's done now? I need to just go. I need to sit down and go through Parks and Rec. Like I watched it on and off while I was on TV. So BoJack season 1. Let's do that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's just download that whole season. Okay, I think that'll get me. Then we can actually start this show because I got to get these done. I didn't. My son watched Lost in Space. I think he liked it. I should probably watch that. I remember watching the original when I was a kid. All right, I think I'm good. So we got some Witcher. We have BoJack. Oh, let me get Weeds. I'm not feeling any of the movies that I downloaded, so we'll see. I'd rather watch I don't know. I tend to watch the TV shows. I'm gonna watch Shameless, but it's not available for download. Netflix ended it. Yeah. Broadchurch. Why have I've heard of that? I think maybe my wife watched that. Oh, and whoever said The Crown, I did watch that. That was very good. I enjoyed that. Okay, I think that's enough for now. All right, let's party. Sorry, so that's how my week's going so far. Chat is I'm just sideways, right? Going out of town in a couple days. I brought my good morning, Miss Cheese Crafties. I brought my planner today because I was so busy yesterday. Like I didn't plan out my week. So, like, I have an extra sheet of notes. So, like, I don't have any scheduled programming today. I have no unboxings to unveil. So we can just talk about whatever. While I try to get a little bit of work done, maybe I'll do some envelopes or something like that. But I really just want to talk about getting ready for Baltimore. I almost called it Boston for some reason. Good morning, Alphabet Pizza. Good morning, Hot Cup 11. Yeah. Like I'm in good shape, but just like a little bit busy, a little bit squirrely. What pens are you? Let me ask you this, Jonathan Brooks. Are you bringing me a pen to Baltimore that I might be interested in? Let's answer that question first, because I happen to be bringing this Leonardo, which this is the Memento Zero Hawaii. That I'm in the midst of a review for the blog, so I'm going to bring this because I talk about it enough and I haven't reviewed it yet, and I just need to bring it. I have my... All right, gotcha, Jonathan. All right, I'm going to hold you to that. I have my Nakaya Piccolo Kikyo Blue. I'm bringing that one because I inked it up with the Platinum Mount Fuji water. Blue-black ink cartridge. So I like that one. It's a really good match to the Kikyo Blue Piccolo, which is one of my favorite pens. Beautiful pen. I'm thinking about I inked up my Aurora Optima to bring, but y'all saw what happened there. And now I'm nervous to fly with it, even though I'm pretty sure I have it fixed. So if you've ever disassembled an Optima, like I took it all the way apart to clean it. Like I had the piston out, everything. And so an Optima, and I guess on the 88s too. So the entire nib unit screws out of the front end of the Optima, which is great. It's a big nib, big ebonite feed. It's really, really nice. And so it's in a plastic sleeve that you screw into the barrel. All right, so you unscrew that whole thing and it comes out with this plastic sleeve. Then you can take the plastic sleeve off the feed and the nib and then separate the feed and the nib and clean them all up. So the feed has two slits on the top and the bottom, and they have to line up into this plastic sleeve, basically the collar, but that also serves to screw into the barrel of the pen. So it has these two notches running down the feed, and then you have to line up the notches in this little sleeve. And I think I had them reversed, even though I was able to get it back in and it didn't feel like anything was wrong when I was putting it back together. I think that seal wasn't there. So I just inked it up, set the pen back down, and didn't think anything of it, and came back to it filled up. The ink had filled into the cap. So the good thing is the cap seal was nice enough to not leak out of the pen. But all I can think about, and someone mentioned it on the picture I put on Instagram, is like, what if that wasn't a demonstrator pen? Like, I would have totally opened that all over my desk without seeing that. So that is definitely one bonus to having a demonstrator. So I chalked that up to being my fault. So I just cleaned it, filled it again. I still have a little bit of blue hands from yesterday, not too bad. And I've been using it ever since yesterday afternoon. It seems fine, but now I'm nervous to bring it. So what other pens should I bring? So I'm bringing like one of my Schoen pocket sixes. I'm bringing the Leonardo. I'm bringing one of the Nikaya Piccolos. I don't bring too many pens when I come and work, but like one brass town full. So like 6 pens, maybe something extra. So is there anything else? Blue Ebonite Sailor Anniversary. I have a line on a nib, Andrew, so I'm not going to bring that yet. I have a Wancher. I'm sending that back to them, so I'm not going to bring that. So y'all are 0 for 2 so far. So Andrew, I've sent someone an email about a nib. So fingers crossed we can make something happen with that. I don't know which nib yet. I gave them 3 choices. We'll see. It might just be Naginata Togi. Yeah. Am I paying shipping for the Wancher? No, they're going to set a FedEx pickup for it. And then the Wancher's already cleaned out and ready to return. So I just got to set up a time for them to schedule FedEx to pick it up. Probably next week sometime. Are you into clay sports, or do you just like that shirt? I like this shirt. Like, I don't really need the shotgun panel here. So I like the flannel plaids. I like plaids and check shirts, and I like the flannel one. So yeah. All right. M. Jelson. So is it M. Jelson or MJ Elson or something else? Like I talk to you all the time, but I don't know what it is. 2 good questions. So I have a general question. In regard to LE pens, what is your feeling about the resale pricing being high sometimes? Specifically, I have a Baron Fig experiment pen that I saw selling for $500 for a $50 pen. Should I feel guilty about selling mine at that crazy price if that's what the market has dictated? No, I would sell it 100%. And you shouldn't feel guilty about it, because assumedly your intent going into that purchase was, hey, I like this pen, and at $50 it's a good price, and now I'm going to use it. And now things have changed since you've made that decision, right? You can say that like back to the field notes thing, right? It all relates into the like that. So like I had a subscription for field notes. I got Grass Stained Green. I went into it attending, using all these notebooks, and now I can sell a 3-pack of those for, $200 or whatever stupid it is. Like, I wouldn't feel guilty about that if I chose to sell it. I just wouldn't. Because my intent in the beginning was not going into it as, hey, I'm going into this because I think it's a good resale thing. Like, that's a different story. So that's the way I personally look at these things. I don't go into any of it going into resale. But if I had like that pen, like if it wasn't like my favorite pen and I had to keep it and I love it so much and I just want to use it all the time, I wouldn't have any problem selling it for that price at all. So yeah, get what you can. I have no problem with that. So yeah, and I wouldn't think twice about it. Like, we had that big discussion when the first time we saw the Pen Addict, the first Pen Addict Retro 51, the orange one, when it sold for like $400 on eBay. Like, that, I felt a little bit weird about that because like I made the thing. It took me a little bit, and then I thought that was like a crazy price for someone to pay. And yeah, but like if that's what the market will bear, that's what the market will bear. And yeah, like Andrew mentions, like if selling them on friends, it's a different beast. That's why like I'm in a position to like give away a lot of stuff, because like if I get it for free, like say I got that Baron Fig experiment for free, which I might have. That was the green one, right? I can't remember if I got that one. That was when I was still on speaking terms with them. I either got that one for free or just paid regular price for it. Like, I either gave it to someone or sold it to someone, right? Knowing that it was like rare and things like that. because it was a friend, right? But if I was just going to put it up on eBay, like, I wouldn't have a problem doing that. No, not if I got it free. I mean, I would never do it if I got it for free. But that's why I didn't have a problem like giving something like that away. How do you feel about Field Notes HQ holding back some inventory of their releases and selling them later at market rates? I don't like that, unless they're doing it to donate to a charity, which they might have something involved with that. They might be taking whatever extra and allocating those funds to something beneficial to the community. So I don't know if that's the case or not. So there's two cases to be made. Good morning, even supposing, Jesse. Good morning, Thunder Viking. So yeah, Evan, if it's done to just play on the secondary market, I would never do that. If it's done to use whatever extra profit you make to do something good with that money, then I wouldn't have a problem with it. So I don't know what the true answer is to that. So those are the two options in my head. Right. Mike Henley asked, have your hands on the Sketchnote idea book? If so, your thoughts on it? I have it. I haven't opened it yet. I just haven't had time. So I got the Sketchnote idea book and I got the 10 pack of pens. I think you got the pens right too, Mike? But I haven't had a chance to open them. I've talked to them since receiving it, but I just haven't had a chance to dig into it. What do I think of the Field Notes D&D book? I think it's absolutely awesome. Yeah, random pens. Yeah, the paper is thick. It's really nice. It's definitely a sketchbook. I mean, you can obviously use it for anything, but it is what you would think a sketchbook is paperweight would be. I don't even think I was on the random pen list, Tony. Obviously. I think they did a random batch and had some left over and just sent me one. So why they added me to the list, I have no idea. Yeah, it's just a good product. It feels good. Feels great. Good for folded nibs. D&D book. Field Notes just launched a D&D specific, like essentially character storybook. So you can write all your notes in there and all your character specs and campaign details, things like that. I think that size format is killer. Like I don't need one because I don't play D&D, but I love the idea of it. Needs a little more tooth on the sketchbook. I hear you. Dude, Mike just put out like a 2-hour podcast. I have that lined up for my drive to the airport, Mike. Mike, can you link your podcast in here? That'd be great. Good morning, Alexander. That'd be awesome if you did. So yeah, Baltimore. Back to what pens I'm gonna bring. I'm leaving an open spot. So yeah, y'all go subscribe to Mike's podcast. It's fantastic. It's really cool. I haven't listened to this latest episode, but y'all should check it out. So Baltimore is where everyone's favorite is one of the shows where everyone's favorite Nakaya dealer shows up. So I imagine I might have a new pen like in the first hour of Friday morning. Like if I don't buy something from him, usually right out the gate Friday, that's I probably won't be getting any new Nakayas. He sent out emails like to everyone that shops with him, and he's got like 50. He said he usually has about a dozen, like 12 to 20 is usually like his inventory. And he's saying he has like 50 to bring to Baltimore. So I know I'm going to find something I like. And his prices are always fair. They're always like retail or below, like $50 below, which for a Nakaya, that's completely fair. So we'll see. I don't know if I can do a decapod, Andrew. The small ones are too small. They're just small, and I like small pens. I just don't like the decapod small, even though it's beautiful. Yeah, Baltimore's gonna be fun. So I have Yeah, Brooks. His prices are always completely fair. Like, you're not stealing them, but he's not raking you over the coals for them either. It's just right in line with what you want to pay, which is why I end up buying them. Right. Hang on one second. I'm gonna shut this blind a little bit. Finally got a non-cloudy day, so my forehead was shinier. So yeah, like, depending on what else I see, I think I mentioned in Refill this weekend that I've been eyeballing the Lamy Stainless 2000 for years, but I've just never been able to pull the trigger. It hadn't been special enough, but into some prices for us to see them, I'll take a picture of them. Good morning, Aurelius. So yeah, is it Rich or Rick Liebson? Rich, I think. So he does Baltimore, DC, and then he might show up somewhere else every now and then. Sometimes he just goes and doesn't have a table. We'll just under the table you. But the last 2 times I've seen him, I've bought a pen. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, it's always good stuff. Like, a lot of it's not for me. It's a lot of gold nibs, gold trim. Rewiz, thanks for the sub. Let's go. Let's see if it goes away. It's not gonna. So yeah, like, I'll blow my budget like within the first hour. Picked up a couple dorsal fin twos. Yeah, I can't wait for Atlanta either. Me and Mike were talking yesterday. We're really excited. I posted train. I posted the first pass of the Kickstarter campaign to Mike, so he's approaching all those things. I love that pen emote. So hype. Yeah, so Decapod and Dorsal 2 are the 2 I will not do. They're just too big or too small for me. Are you planning on getting grinds at Baltimore? It depends on what I buy, if I buy anything. I'm not bringing anything to get ground. Like, if for some reason I do buy I'll get back to that, even supposing I know I lost my train of thought there. I'll get back to if I decide to buy like a stainless steel Lamy 2000 or something like that, like, I would totally get that ground. I will not keep that a stock nib. But I have no plans to bring anything to get any work done. Who all's going to be there, Evan? Man, the house is a-rockin'. Am I shaking in your screens? My cameras are shaking. It's a choo-choo train. It's a pen train. It's a pen hype train. When are you publishing the Kickstarter? As soon as I can get the first pass at the real artwork of the Retro 51. So it's in progress. So, like, I have an image in there for Mike to see, just like placement of the images, things like that. And we're going to do chrome trim on the pen, and the default image I've used has chrome and black. So that'll just make people question things. There's going to be a lot of imagery that comes after the Kickstarter launch too. Like, we're going to get a poster done by Skylab Letterpress to go along with the pen. You know, like a smallish poster, like a 8.5 by 11, you know, something small that'll index all the finials and name. So that's going to be part of the package. So price point, I think I've decided. So I'll tell y'all here. It's going to be $70, and it's going to be the pen, the poster, the video Atlanta of the podcast, and then the video vlog of Dallas and whatever else we do in Dallas. So that looks like it's going to be the price point. And it's just going to be the single price point. We'll have the video and vlog level. It could go up to 75, but that would be the highest. So right now it's 70, but I'm waiting on some more budgetary numbers. So it won't be more than 75, I don't think. So, and that'll be it. Like, it'll be the one. I know. So let's bring up the deal breaker part is the Canadian and international shipping. They're going to get crushed. So that $5 is actually a kind of a big deal for our foreign backers. I wasn't kidding when when I listed the price. That I've made a tweet just about the prices going up. Actually, I have it written on this sheet here. So So I checked. So yeah, OSU ATS, it's going to be Celebration. It's going to be the Retro 51 Celebration, and I've verified with Retro 51 that that's going to be the name. Yeah, so then like I'm going to have extra shipping costs with like the tubes and stuff. I'm going to have tubes to ship it in. I don't know. It's going to be a cluster. This is a very expensive project to run. So 51 still a better name? Yeah, that would be confusing. The Retro 51. That sounds like something I would do though. I think Celebration's a great name. I'm very happy with that. I'm glad it wasn't used because I was assuming it would probably at some point it probably would have been used, right? That's exactly why I'd name it the 5151, is because I love the Monte Grappa. What a great pen. So listen to this. So I think the previous shipping to Canada from 1 ounce to I think all the way to 16 ounces, all the way to 1 pound, was $12. Is that right? Now it's 1 to 8 ounces is $13, and 9+ ounces is $18 to Canada. And then to the UK, it used to be 15. Now the 1 to 8 ounces is 21, and the 9+ ounces is 28. And like I'm trying to measure how much this is gonna weigh. Like I'm trying to magically measure how much this Kickstarter campaign is gonna weigh, and it's gonna be right at 9 ounces. So I'm not gonna charge the high rate for Canada and the UK. I'll just absorb whatever additional cost that is. I'll just charge the 1 to 8 ounce rate. It's awful. It's awful. It's really an outrageous price. Will there be a knock? We have a design for that, or we have a plan for the knock. Yes. Oh my God, Aurelius, that would be amazing to get one of those little cards. Will you bring your Monte Grappa to Baltimore, please? Sure. Let me write that down. So that's what I need to write down my notes today. B-Whips and Masters are Mark, Bender, Gina, Dan, JJ Lax, Damien Alomar, and Independence. I do not know who Damien Alomar is. Do I know who Damien Alomar is? The retro's still happening, yes. So we were talking about the design, the name, the price point. All that's been decided. It's when we're gonna launch it has not been decided. Like I'm ready. Like all the details are posted in the on Kickstarter on my side, like to publish. So I'm waiting for some final images. Local guide to DC, all in the nib. Okay. For some reason, I don't know him. I'll make sure to introduce myself. Monte Grappa. Any other pens I need to bring to Baltimore? So yeah, did I say the price between 70 and 75? The pen's going to be called the Celebration. And I'm waiting on Retro 51, the next mock-up with Alexander. I've sent them the list of results. I told him to go ahead and apply. Assume the OSU ATS. I will answer that question in just a second. To take the top 30 from the list, and that'll give us 20 to play around with. To make sure we get everything that everyone wants in there. Like we have like pink robots in there, right? That's going to be another one. And then we need to add in a few other things that weren't on the list, like the Smithsonian, and we'll see about getting the Corgi and things like that. Yeah, we got 700 responses from that that page. It was fantastic. So we're just going to go straight off the top 30 of that, fill in the ones that we know we need to have that weren't on the list, and then we'll backfill from there. So that's the plan right now. So once I get an image from them to add, like it'll just be a digital mock-up of what this design is going to look like. And then I have a header image coming from our relay design guy. Once I have those, I can launch the project. It could be this week. It could be next week. And I think I'll cap the... I got to figure out what number I'm going to cap the retros at. It'll be 900 or 950. Probably 950. That makes me a little nervous, but that seems like the right number. I mean, we might sell half of those, which is fine. Like, we can do the campaign with like 400 backers. How tight will that be for Atlanta? I mean, we won't have anything delivered till like in the fall. It may not finish before Atlanta, but I can swing the travel funds until we get the Kickstarter funds. That's the only thing it would be. Why 900? I don't know. I think about how many like extras I need, which I don't need that many. Yeah, it's probably be more like 950. The thing is, I have to put a number in the Kickstarter campaign so I don't oversell it. And 100's too many. I'm always overly cautious on that number. Always. Everything we do. I'm definitely like 10%, like just right off the top for safety reasons, when it should really be like 2 or 3%. I can't sleep if someone doesn't get their thing or gets lost in the mail or crushed or whatever, and then I have to refund them money instead of giving the thing that they supported. Like that, I hate that. That's why I'll sell things at the end if I have extras, right, of like a pen case or whatever. Like this, we won't have extras. So, random cheer. Thank you, Tony. Yeah, it's just stuff like that. So, no big deal. It's a me thing, right? I'm overly cautious and protective of everyone's wants and needs. So I would just want to make sure everyone's happy. So I tend to overprotect in that scenario, knowing that later I can do something with the pins, like Evan says. I can sell them later at market value. I have a feeling it'll sell out, though. Would be my gut tells me this is going to sell out. Even supposing, I have not heard back from Robert Oster in a couple weeks, so I need to email him. So we'll see. I have a call with Karen Dash this afternoon, working on an 849, so that's in the cards. The sketchnote notebooks, there was no way in where that I was going to get these. Karen Dash. There was no way I was getting these notebooks this week, so hopefully we'll have them up next week for members. We'll see how quick those sell and see about ordering some more. So, that's the stuff I have in the hopper for the Pen Addict. But it's all about this Kickstarter for me right now. It's really weighing on me to get it out and launched. But there's like a baseline of information I need to get it launched. Like, I want to make sure the imagery is at least good enough for people to not have 1,000 questions, right? That's the worst part about Kickstarter, is if you don't like answer all the questions in the campaign, like as much as possible, you used to spend hours like triaging messages. And I don't want to do that. What's the one dumb thing about Kickstarter? I mean, I guess there's probably a lot of dumb things, is I can't build the FAQ until I launch the project. So I just tend to write an FAQ in the main campaign section. Oh, thank you, Michael. That was fun. I really enjoyed talking to Emil, and I've probably got like 10 more scheduled now. So thanks to all of y'all who signed up. Evan's coming up pretty close. You might be the next one. I can't remember. Thank you, Andrew. Yeah, I'm glad y'all liked it. I got good feedback on that. 1 pen per person. Definitely work. I am like, I don't care what grief I get for that. I agree with that, Evan. And that's like, I will get yelled at and just incessantly harassed about only allowing 1 pen. Not from Pen Addict people, but from outsiders who want to collect and resell these. So I'm going to limit it to 1. I mean, I can't stop people creating 5 more Kickstarter accounts and doing whatever. Like, I just can't, like, I'm not going to be able to catch that. But the other stuff, yeah, just right out the gate. There will be a note in the campaign, like, do not add money to your backers fee. I'll just send it right back. Yeah, exactly, Evan. That's what I was checking. I think you might be the next one. Like was it Wednesday? Wednesday, yeah. So that's the next one that I have. Yeah, that'd be perfect timing. And then, like, I think I have like 2 or 3 a week for the next 3-4 weeks. So it's really good. Yeah. Any technical problems? I had one person whose feed wasn't working, but we got it fixed. So hopefully no one else had any problems. It doesn't sound like it. I didn't get any messages or anything. So, if you have suggestions for the members podcast, please let me know. Like, this will definitely be, I won't say it'll be different every week, but there'll be lots of different conversations to have. So, just trying to make them fun and enjoyable listen, quick hits. And so it'll be good. It should be good. Oh yeah. Gumbo Man, Pat. They are like, that's why I haven't bothered, Robert Oster too much. It's like, he's always accessible. So when he chooses to respond, he will. And if not, a month from now, I'll hit him. I'm not like desperate to have like another project in the air today, to be quite honest. So, I think the only thing I can do, Evan, is get people to be notified the moment it launches, like to sign up to be notified. I don't think I can soft launch it. Like, I can give you a link to where you can see the project, but you still can't back it till it goes live, and you could get a notification from there. To when it's live, you would have to go physically back it at that time, but then it's on the open web. But still, it won't be promoted, right? I kind of have a feeling like you, Evan. I'm worried more about it selling out and people not getting what they want. I'll give as much heads up as I can, put it that way, and I'll give it outside of I don't know, like Twitter or something. Yeah, it needs to be, like on the podcast or on the Twitch stream or on the Pen Addict Slack or something. Because I'll know when I'll be able to launch it. Right, Gumbo Man Pat? Like, I'm getting ready to take on this Karen Dash thing. That should be easy, though, I'm thinking. So, I haven't packed yet for Baltimore. I think I'm going to have to go pack knock when I get off of here today. I think is the plan. There needs to be a code phrase. What are some of the Stranger Things has good code phrases? Of course, we want to see a work in progress tool, Alexander. Alexander is the king of internet play toys. Let's see what we got. All right, what else do I need to bring to Baltimore? So Jesse's got me a Monte Grappa mini cow. Am I supposed to see something? Because it's not loading. I see load calendar. But you have me intrigued. Yeah, it's not loading. RIP. Way to go, Alexander. What kind of programmer are you? Hey, good morning, Kimmy. Oh, Evan, that's perfect. Yes. Oh, so heads up. This is going to launch through the Not Kickstarter. Just like always. All of these campaigns run through the Not Kickstarter. It's just the easiest thing. So I don't want to risk having to go through more good morning. I don't want to risk have to going through like more approval processes. Like I think Knox like on the whitelist, right, where I can just launch a project and go. And if I like did it, even though the Pen Addict account has backed like 100 projects, I don't know that I've ever run a project under the Pen Addict account, so I don't want to get stuck in like approval limbo. So it's still going to run under the Knock account, just like all of these projects have run. But mostly that was because we offered a Knock case as one of the rewards, even though that's not the same. I don't want to lose any whitelisting we have for that account for those approvals. Where's my table, Alexander? That's what I need to know. Or Evan. I think I'm in the middle somewhere. I don't think I paid for a wall table this time. I can't even remember. Oh, I got the Family Feud board for Saturday night, so I have to review that today. Corinne sent that to me. So when I get off of here today, I'll be reviewing the Family Feud board for the game show Saturday night. That should be fun. She's pretty excited about it, which I am excited that she's excited. So I'll be checking that out this afternoon. Man, what do I got going on? I need to book my Atlanta hotel rooms today. Has anyone booked Atlanta hotel rooms? Do you need a ticket for that? Evan, do you need a ticket for the Family Feud, or you just need like to sign up and say you're going for like a head count thing? What's the deal? I signed up for the erasable thing, but they did that off like Baltimore's site. So I did sign up for the erasable show. Free, but registration to help. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, they're all free, is those events, but I think it just might be a head count thing. Did my giveaway post launch this morning? Okay. Cool. So look at that. Look at Gold Spots. 849 that I did there. And think about if I make a Karen Dash, should I put like the Pen Addict and the logo on there, like on the back side of the pen? Or I don't know. That's what I'm going to talk about today with them. Yeah, I love the color. It's just it's a lot of text. Like if I did, let's just say, like I haven't picked out colors or done any design work. Let's say if I did an orange barrel pen, right? That was the Pen Addict orange. If I put the text and logo in gray and not on that, let's call it facet, not on that side, more around the back side, right? I have 6 sides to choose from. Would that be a little bit more subtle looking, I guess to say? Like if the clip is on position 1 on that flat, then 2, 3, 4, like on the back side, have like the Pen Addict and the logo on there. Matte finish, Kimmy. I would actually like to do some weird finish, and like they make this. Good morning, Tessa. They make this. So I've been going through their catalog, and they have this weird gray one that seems to be kind of sandblasted. I don't even know what to call it. It would just maybe kind of be cool to do like that one with an orange clip. That would be pretty dope in my mind. So we'll see. I'll know more after today what I can and cannot do. I don't even know how much they're going to cost me yet, so. Yep, I agree with that, Tony. But I'd be okay with that, right? At some point, you got to use the pens, right? Or maybe I put it under the clip where the Karen Dash goes and move the Karen Dash to the back. Good morning, Michael. I don't know. So I'll know more today what I can and can't do. And then, like, whatever I want to do, I got to finish. I got to figure out how much it's going to cost. And, like, that's the thing. Because I'm going to have a 400 minimum order, which is a big number. Like, I will not order more than 400, but, and I think I can sell 400 of them, but that's a lot. That's a big commitment. Like, I did 500 of the last two retros, and, like, I still have probably 150, 200 Shibas left, which is fine. Like, I'll eventually sell them all, but it's just a lot. Just got your CW pencil box. Did they raise the price on this one or the next one? It would be cool to have a mix of matte and shiny. All right, I'll think about these are things I'm thinking about. 3250. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I mean, it's a cool box. I think that's once my other subs like peter out. I think that'll be the only subscription I have. Oh, let's see. So I'm just now writing my week schedule, but that's okay because it's in the books, if you will. It's a short week because I leave Thursday and I'm gone till Monday. So I can't really write down much then other than a few things that I have to do. Oh, if Jonathan's still here, when I bought this, did I buy this in Atlanta last year? No. I don't know. I bought Jonathan's Carolina Blue Robert Oster ink. It is the most perfect match for this. Only said 30. Did you stop the Blackwing sub? Yes. I figure if there's any I have to have, I can just pick them up. There's been too many that I'm just not going through those pencils. I have enough as it is. And then so I stopped the Blackwing sub. I think I have one more coming. Like that was paid for, right? But the auto renewal is already turned off. The field notes, there's no auto renewal. So when it comes up, I think I have one or two more coming for that. I just won't renew that one. Yeah, isn't that Carolina Blue such a good ink? I love it. And it really fits this pen perfectly. Yeah, do it. Do it, Aureus. It's the best. It's the perfect combo. Please bring a bottle of Fire on Fire. Okay. Fire on Fire. All right. Does Mike still get that Plush Cat subscription? I'm not sure. Pusheen. I'm not sure. What all goes in the CW Pencil subscription? So it's basically a random collection every quarter. Sometimes it's themed. Like it could be, I don't know, it could be European pencils theme, whatever. It could be, some holiday theme. It could be like, Japanese accessories theme, like with pencils, pencil caps and erasers and other pencils, stuff like that. So it's not normally like a limited edition box. It's like a themed box of pencils. A lot of times you'll get first look at their collaboration pencils, right? If they did a new Camel collaboration pencil, so we got like a couple of those in there. Stuff like that. I like getting the mix and match though. Aureus, there's no such thing as too many blues. Like I think all the pens I just inked up were with blue. Bobcat in a box. You're gonna have to explain that one to me. Sounds pretty amazing though. You know what? I haven't even planned for the podcast tomorrow. Good grief. What do we need to talk about on the podcast tomorrow? This one came by fast. Yeah, I just have a whole range of blues inked up. I have the Curidas. No, we don't need to talk about that. Although I should talk about that post where they buff out the fin on the back of the pen or the clip. So I should mention that post. I have them all canceled except the CW. Yeah, I'll probably not. I got a dirty gram about Sailor yesterday, or 2 days ago, which happens. Like, I'm not worried about it. Oh, that's funny, Evan. Yeah, there's LE fatigue and there's FOMO, and like we all go through it yet. All right, I have not seen this Mongo. But like, I get that people don't want to hear us talk about it, and like the things we talk about are awfully expensive. Like, we try to balance it. Sometimes we do better than others. Wow, that's really pretty. Like, that's not for me, but that's really pretty. It's very pearlescent. That is very expensive. Oh my God. Why is that $460? Okay, I take that back. That price is egregious. Cat doesn't like gold trim. I mean, maybe that one she would. Yeah, I mean, I could do less Sailor talk too, but it's also a thing that there's not a lot of new things to talk about, like if we talk about products. So we need to mix in more like knowledge transfer segments, right? Like, why do I like this pen? Or, tell me about why this paper works well, type of thing, other than like relying on like the new product headlines to make the show. Pen blog of the week. I should go through the pen friends list again since I updated it. I love Sailors, but they've been phoning it in. They've just been doing the quantities, like they're doing the quantities. And the podcast can be shorter. I don't know that the podcast can be shorter. Like, we always thought 45 minutes is a great sweet spot. We're almost an hour every time. Yep, it's like, I'm getting a call from Spam Risk right now. Should I accept it? Spam Risk. I had to turn back on my accept calls from. I had the block callers in the that aren't in your contact list thing, and that ended up screwing me. Yeah, Andrew, I think that's correct. Like, I think that's the correct assessment, right? And you have to do it every week. But, I also ramble too. Mike's better at not rambling than I am. I very much like to ramble. We really hate going over an hour. I mean, we try to really like ramp it down. Like, once we hit 45, 50, we're really looking to get out. Sometimes we can. Sometimes there's too much to talk about. Longer is fine. I hear you. We would never purposely make it shorter. I like to talk too much about this stuff. Twitch streamer talks to spammers about pens for 2 hours. That'd be amazing. Yeah, I would love like less Sailor talk. But it's also like, people are interested. Mike's super interested in that. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm interested in it too. I'm not interested in buying any of it right now. Like, I don't have to buy all the things. I got past that point years ago where I have to buy all the things. Because there's always another thing, right? Shorter podcast, no. Mike Sailor podcast. Talk like a sailor when we discuss sailors. That would be better. Except it's a clean show, so we have a clean rating. So that wouldn't work. Sorry. So yeah, like, I need to work on more fixed segments of information. Like 1 10-minute segment a week of something. The ship has sailed. The ship is definitely not sailed. They're one of my favorite brands. But I get the fact that it's a lot every week. Like, I totally get that. Talk like a good place sailor. That'd be the only way I could do it. I slipped one into one of the episodes recently. Yeah, like, and I look at it, Andrew, from a knowledge base type of thing. Is how I would present that, right? Not a product base necessarily, but a knowledge base thing. I just don't have a list to work from that makes me go into my planning efficiently. Meaning, like, if I start from scratch right now, I'm never going to get done working on tomorrow's podcast, right? But if I have a baseline of things I can be thinking about all the time, I put these things together in my head in advance, and then I can kind of get there. Put up a forum, let people drop you their ideas. Yeah. I mean, we haven't planned the 400th episode yet. I'll be straight up, and I don't know when I'm going to get to do it. Like, I'm going to be gone for the next for 5 days, and I'm not going to have much downtime. And I'm packed today and tomorrow, getting ready. Like, I'm really worried about that. You sent me an email with the structure for the 400. I think you did. I'll look at that. You sent that like last week, right? Yeah, and that's okay if Mike Myler, I almost call him Tyler. If Mike keeps talking about it, that's fine. Like, I have no problem. Like, it's not going to go away. But who said something? Yeah, JBK, I like how you present it. Longer, less news, more chit chat. Like, that's a good way to put it, right? In a nutshell. But people do like to hear our opinions on the news. But if we could have chit chat segments, like, we've never been go from $3.99 to $4.01. That's kind of amazing. I'm with you, even supposing. Like, I totally agree. Like, I'm very happy with it. But it always kind of runs in cycles, right? Like, we've had the field notes cycles. We've had, like, the Kickstarter cycles. And we've had, right now, we're in, like, this Sailor cycle. So it always works itself out, and it's always enjoyable. So, yeah, I have no problems overall with the product. But when I think about it, what did someone listen to today? I get a little bit bogged down into it, right? Because I want to make it the best every time for everybody. And that's a pipe dream too, right? You can't make everybody happy all the time. Even though that's like my goal. So, but like, yeah, we've never done a consistent introductory segment of what we use because it feels like you're phoning that in sometimes. But maybe that's kind of an important segment to kind of like kick off the episode and get the thought process around different things every week than what we normally talk about, like news links wise. So it's just, like I said, it's a cycle. Yeah, like the consuming and the, like the reading, watching. I don't want to do like the drinking, reading, watching, like the consuming thing. Like that stuff necessarily, but I would like to do the product-based stuff, the writing side stuff. I am working in Baltimore. We'll see how much. Great War Panda. I'm really liking this idea of the 400th episode that y'all are having, like the skip. That's pretty funny. So yeah, almost certainly we'll have like we'll open with like what are we using, and like Baltimore Pen Show prep and things like that. Yeah, I love the using segments. Mike uses like such a small fraction of what I use. It's really like my own deal. But that's okay because it's usually like leads to questions. I wish you could too. Are you gonna go? You're not gonna get to go to either of them, are you, Anissa? Mike would never allow the skipping of the 400th. I just hope he's working on it because I'm not. Oh my god. I guess I shouldn't be downloading Netflix for the plane. I should be planning on working on the plane, right? I should be listening to Pen Addict episodes and like taking notes for what we're going to discuss. Knock will be at Baltimore. Yes. I don't have a lot of new stuff though. I'm a little bit worried about that. I have one new case color. Yeah, I need to do Bork and Bork. I need to do that. I need to finish the course first so I can give you the full picture, I think. So yeah, let me do that, and I will absolutely spend some time covering that. And that's going to be a focus when I get back from Baltimore until I go to Atlanta. Because I'm not going to Little Rock. But I would love to talk about that. I want to go through the whole thing once. I'm not opposed to that, Evan. Like, I've talked about that before. I don't know. Tony, I really appreciate that feedback. Like, I'm not even joking with you. My wife would disagree. She hates my former W. She thinks that's the worst letter I write. Like, she just gets confused when she sees it. So yeah, I'll think about it. I like how it looks, but it is a little bit harder. Oh, I'll give you the link, Bork and Bork. I'm sorry. Let's see. So it is by John Contino, whose work I love. And he had a special over Christmas. It's like a $350 class. I got it for $250. He had like $100 off Christmas special. It's very expensive. So I want to get all the way done to be able to tell you whether I think it's worth the money or not. So, but John Contino is like one of my favorite people on the planet. Just the way he designs things is like right up my alley. Yeah, he's a cool guy. So I will give you a fuller recap when I'm done, because it's very expensive. Like, I wouldn't have bought it if I didn't get it for like $100 off, and then it was still crazy expensive. All right, see you, even supposing. Have a great day. So I'm enjoying it so far, but I'm still like in the introductory phases. Like, I'm about to get into like chapter 2, essentially. Like, chapter 1 was like 14 videos of like history and design and like learning and tracing and all this stuff. So now I'm going to get into the more creative stuff once I get into like the chapter 2 or section 2, basically. Jerkface, you missed everything. Are you going to be in Baltimore? You should come to Baltimore. You're not that far. All right, I need to, what else do I need to do here? Anything else for those attending Baltimore that I need to bring? This is your last call, and I'm still highly likely to forget. Oh, good, you are coming to Baltimore. Nice. Morning, Evelyn. Thanks for getting all the Calendly stuff rearranged. I appreciate you. Old Mont Blanc special editionings. It's going to be on your tombstone. Anyone got any of that MB ink? Spoke pocket pen prototype. Yes, I will bring that. I want to get some I need some feedback on that, so that's a lock. I should write that down, though, because Lord knows I'll just walk right out with it. Tony, what nibs do you have in your Leonardo? So I've ordered a... Yeah, Paper Cat Lady. Can't wait to see you there. So I have extra fine in this one, which is just glorious for an extra fine. They're both modified, okay. And I ordered a new one with a stub. And then I have a third one coming, I don't know, in another month or two. Yeah, the stock EF this is really good. Like, this is as good as like a Pilot Gold nib to me. It feels kind of similar to like Pilot's Gold nibs. Maybe the fine one, but not the extra fine one, the Pilot F. It's really nice. Masayama needlepoint. Yeah. Maybe I'll get something around there. I don't need to buy another Leonardo there because I have two that are coming that I won't be here before the show. Hack Egg, thanks for the follow. Steel Stub Leonardo. Yeah, that's my next one. That one's on the way. The stub one's on the way. I think they're 1.1 stubs, which I like. I'm pretty sure I read it, Andrew. I may not have replied, though. This is the Memento Zero. Blue Hawaii, I think they call this one. Yeah, Blue Hawaii. Blue Hawaii is my favorite. So I had to hold out till I could find one with the rhodium plating trim. Yep, so I've gone EF in this one. I've gone stub in the one that I just ordered. I ordered, what's the name of the 366 unit one? The 5 colors of 366 each. I ordered the orange one with a stub nib. That one's on order. And then I have a special one coming eventually that I won't be able to talk about till I get it in hand. Yeah, this is where I got mine from Dan. So I'm glad I waited for this one too. So I didn't get on the hype train early because they were always sold out of any of the cool rhodium trim ones. So I just kept waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. And like I almost bought like a bunch of other ones. Messenger, thank you. So yeah, I have the orange Messenger coming. I don't think if it comes before I leave Thursday, I'll bring it. Do they make their own nibs? I don't think so, but I don't know. Does anyone know? Tony, do you know? Whoever makes them, they're glorious. They're Bach. These remind me, does anyone have any of the Fagianato nibs? This is what it reminds me of. They're just really good. You don't have to be out on this one. These are spectacular. Bach nibs still hate you. I haven't had trouble with them in a while. QC's been good. And these Leonardo ones, they must check these and they must work on these before they ship, because I mean it's glorious. Harmonic steel, it means marketing. What's that? Precious resin? Is that Mont Blanc's thing? Precious resin. It's plastic. It's all plastic. It's cool. It can be plastic. Precious, my precious resin. Oh, while I'm thinking about it, no stream on Thursday. Obviously, hopefully, I'll be gone. But I will stream on Tuesday. I get back Monday, stream Tuesday, back on schedule next week. So, reminder, no stream on Thursday. I think it's because they're softer. To me, like they're definitely softer than Yovo nibs. So if you hold them at a weird angle, you get a little bit more tine split. So it might exacerbate whatever issues you might have with like your writing angle. Like I would believe that. Yeah, just like the Kaweco nibs, right? They're made by Bach, but they're Kaweco's own special deal. Can you buy replacement nibs for Leonardo? I do not know. It's a good question. Tony, are there do they have the black plated nibs in the black pens? Is that a thing, or are they just the standard nibs? I just haven't looked at them recently, so I don't know. I'm just curious if they do, if they feel different, because that's always a thing. Like, I don't love my Sailor black plated nibs. I have one that I like, and then I have another one that I do not like. Ruthenium. That might be okay. Yeah, it feels as good as the other ones. I know you've had it worked on, but... Yeah. Oh, man. I just wrote the same thing down twice. The worst nib I've bought for the Vanishing Point, I bought a black stub nib, and that nib was terrible. But the black fines and extra fines have been fine. It may just be that Vanishing Point stub nib and I don't get along. Rose gold. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with them. Oh, who had the pictures of the new Leonardo, that pink one that I like, that I was showing y'all Tuesday? I saw someone maybe bringing those. Rich Dix, thanks for the sub. I mean, architects are a special breed, right? I don't like using them all day long. I like them for like a few minutes or like a writing session. I just don't want that all day long, even though they make my handwriting look cool. Fountain pen replacement nibs. Gotcha. Cool. That's good. Let's see. Yeah. What ink should you put in this narwhal? It's the purple one, right? Did I send you the purple one? It's a good question. I'd probably put like a pink in it or something if I was me. Like, I just did green and purple recently. Purple and purple tends to be a lot, even though it looks good. I would probably go for a pink. I don't know. Are Kaweco gold nibs worth the money? Yeah, teal would be great. Teal would be perfect. That's a good question, Evelyn. If you use Kawecos enough, it's probably worth getting one. They're very expensive. What was the last time I checked? They were like $140. Is that right? So I have a broad one that I converted into a stub, and that's the only one I'll probably ever own. Because I like their steel nibs too. Yeah. I mean, like, I felt like it was worth it, but I don't know. That's a lot. That's a tough call. It's a really cool nib. Like, I'm glad I own that nib, put it that way. I probably wouldn't get another one. Like, I don't need two of those. But if you commit to just like using it and moving it around, if you have multiple Kawecos. Same question for Lamy Gold nibs. I think Lamy Gold nibs are really nice. I have a great one in a studio that I love. Actually, that one I prefer over the steel. Where Kaweco, I think it's closer to a toss-up. Lamy Gold nibs are pretty nice. And they're cheaper. I think relatively cheaper. Yeah, I think you can buy. You should be able to find a loose nib, I would think. Gold nib. Definitely like those. All right, let me write down these last couple things, and I got to go get packing. What else do we need to talk about? Anything? You know, I could see me getting this extra fine nib worked on, Tony. Like, I like it, but it could be a little bit finer. It's so nice, though. I almost hesitate to do it. But I could see a little bit different in this. I don't know. It's hard because it's very enjoyable. Will I have the Tallulah? Yes, I will only have it in the purple and pink and blue colorway. But I will have it. What did I think of the Aurora ink colors? I thought they were exceedingly basic. Like, I would buy one, like an individual bottle, but I felt the entire run as a complete set was base level. I haven't seen a lot of I will pass on the Amazon Basics pen review. Seems to be covered. I saw Joe's. So yeah. Thanks, Bob, and good morning to you too, sir. Yeah, I'm in no rush for the Amazon Basics pen review. Although, do they have like a fine liner? That would be more up my alley to review. That's what I should look at. Not a ballpoint or gel, but if they do a fine liner. I haven't looked to see if they might already have one. That would be up my alley to review. What is this? I have no idea what this is. Let's pull this up on stream, and then we'll call it a day. Let's see here. So we can all discuss this. Nakaya Equilibrium Skeleton Fountain Pen, Clear Demonstrator. Can we embiggen? Ships with the tools required to adjust the pen's balance. I mean, yeah, this is a heavy no for me, right? Where's the extra part going? Number one, it's a 3776 barrel, right? Essentially. With ridges. Where are the weights going? They screw in. Where? They thread into the barrel. Show me a picture. Like here? Like here? Like above the grip section, you think? The whole body is threaded so you can put them anywhere along the length. You're wrecking my brain right now, Aurelius. Like, would you just continue ramping them up the inside of the pen? Like, you could put 4 of them in there. Just keep spinning them up. This is blowing my mind. So the entirety of this length is consistent enough to fit 5 of these. How does that look with them in there? This pen is ridiculous. And I don't mean that in a good way or a bad way. It's ridiculous. I have never seen this before. The grooves that you see in the barrel are actually a spiral thread, and the pen includes 5 weight rings, approximately 1 gram each. With the included tool, you insert a weight ring and turn the stick to move the ring into a place that is balanced for your hand position. The paperwork includes instructions for the process. So yeah, you just run them up and down the barrel. So not only can you just use one in the barrel, you can place it within the length of the barrel for your perfect weighted system. Yeah, I'll buy things for science. It will not be this one. I would buy the Iopeno before I bought this one. I looked at them the other day, by the way. That purple Iopeno is calling my name. I would buy the Iopeno for science before I bought this. This is really expensive for a Platinum 3776. That I'll just use a 3776 and like washi tape balance it or something. This is outrageous. Someone put a lot of engineering muscle into this pen. Then they probably sold like 5 of them, right? I mean, you had to really. This is the guy who made this for Nakaya is not allowed to do urushi finishes. That's what happened. Like they have that guy, that guy who Pat keeps making like these terrible urushi paint jobs. So Pat got punished, and he's still on the payroll, but he's not allowed to lacquer the pens anymore. So he's like, I'll show you jokers. I'll show you jokers. We're gonna make this threaded barrel pen, and we're gonna stick it to all you painters over there. I'll show you. Yeah, that didn't work. Pat no longer has a job, so sorry, Pat. This pen is messing me up. Well, thank you for sharing that, Tony. That made my day. We should talk about this on the podcast tomorrow, just to let Mike yell about it. I've already yelled about it, though. It wouldn't be new for you to hear. All right. That's a wrap, chat. I got to go get packing. Yeah, that's pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. All right. We'll end on when it had skeleton in here, I thought it was going to be good, but it was actually not. So, thank you, Tony. An engineering solution to no problem. I will see you in Baltimore, Aurelius. I will see all of y'all in Baltimore who are going to be there. I'll get in Thursday afternoon. Start working Friday. Play Family Feud Saturday. Sleep in Sunday. And then write up a refill. And then go home. And we'll do this again a week from today. Right? Sound good? We'll do a Baltimore show recap. So I'm looking forward to it. Thanks, y'all. Have a good rest of the week. I'll talk to you on the podcast tomorrow.